Hi, I'm Ali.
I'm Conrad.
Kia ora, I'm Tamati. We've got loads of questions from you, so let's get underway. How do you cope with the pressure of a nation on your shoulders every time you put on the black jersey? Simon Thompson asks.
I don't really look at it as a real burden. If anything, you sort of embrace the pressure, and we have the saying called pressure is a privilege, so I really enjoy having all that pressure on our shoulders, and I'm sure these two do too. James Farmer, Sutton Collingfield. If you could have your own TV show, what would it be about? And this one will be directed at Tamati, not yourself, Conrad.
How you going, John? I'd really love to do a show on organic cooking.
He's actually deadly serious.
Keep going.
You're deadly serious, John.
Annette Franklin from Chester wants to know, what is the trick to playing 80 minutes of rugby and still being able to walk the next day?
Well, I can't walk after
No.
a game, so it's
I'm
going
going
to
to have to answer that question. Annette, I don't know what the trick is. The trick is to be a winger or an outside back and stay out of as many tackles as possible and make as fewer tackles as possible.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Linda James, how do the players cope with jet lag when touring the world, Conrad?
Well, we get it easy with Air New Zealand in the business class. We get nice seats to lie down, so I think that makes it easier than the normal traveller. We then also have these, what are they called, the drinks we have now? We have
Fly
drinks.
Hydrate.
They don't promote us.
Fly Hydrate,
Yeah.
but yeah. But anyway, we have a series of drinks which we take off during flight and landing. They're meant to do something. We have ventilation masks which we wear to deal with the pressure. We have
She doesn't
sleeping
want your
pills to
life
sleep.
story, Chief, so we'll go to the next question.
What is it feeling like when you pull on the famous jersey for the first time, Miles? Simon Barker.
I don't think words really justify the feeling. It's very special to me and everyone else in this team, and we work so hard to get there, and then when it's on our jersey, we just sort of gives you superpowers, because I mean, I never thought I could play like I have played in the black jersey. Josie Barber from London. Which country team do you find the most rewarding to play against, regardless of the result?
I'd just say Australia for me, because it's always it's a challenging game. It's always a good test of your skills. But obviously South Africa are pretty good. There's lots of great teams, but Australia in particular are
Yeah.
the test for me.
What about you, Tums?
I think just playing for the All Blacks is rewarding enough for me.
How often do you practice the haka? I like the haka, but I don't practice it every single night. But when you're new, you practice it a lot. When you've been around, you do it once. We do it once a week, and then we do the real thing.
Yeah.
Gary Hawkins from Manchester would like to know, what's it like to fly in a personalised plane painted in your own All Black livery? Good word.
Livery?
Help us out there, please, Snake.
Kind of like that. What's it like to fly in that
It's
plane?
awesome. I think representing Air New Zealand and the All Blacks and getting in the big black plane is good. And obviously the seats and the facilities inside are great, so it makes life a lot easier for when we land. Who gets in the most Weetabix? From Joe Sinclair of Cardiff.
Who eats the most?
I'm sitting on about 8.
You're a big eater, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't mind
You'd
eating.
be,
I definitely think the Franks boys,
yeah,
they eat a lot. They have to though, well they try to.
They have 7 or 8, 9.
John Ford, what do you miss most about New Zealand when you're on tour?
Vogel's bread, for me.
Great.
Vogel's bread. There's no substitute for it anywhere else in the world I've found. So that's what I miss. And that's the first thing I have when I get home.
My wife and kids. Can't bring them on tour. And
I would say that as well if I had another go. If you could transfer your sporting skills to any other sport, what would it be and why?
Probably go where I started and probably go back to soccer, to be honest.
I'd like to be a fighter, James, a professional fighter.
I'd like to be at the Olympics running and winning the 1500 metre. But it was my
1500 metre?
Yeah, the gold medal.
Alexander Harvey from Bedfordshire asks, if Air New Zealand could fly you anywhere in the world to play a match, which stadium would it be and who would be the ultimate opponents? Ali?
I think if I sit on my business class seat from Air New Zealand, they would plot me right in the middle of Cape Town, South Africa, play at the home of the Stormers, and I would ultimately want to play the Springboks.
Sarah Hansford from Surrey. How proud were you of the squad at the World Cup in 2011?
We obviously had a few injuries, a few setbacks, and we managed to overcome them and win it. It wasn't easy. Obviously only won the final by the smallest margin. You know, we lost 3 first fives, I think it was, by the time we'd won the final, so to do that was pretty impressive.
Jacob Anderson, Cornwall. The Gangnam style is popping up everywhere. Which All Black is most likely to break this out to celebrate scoring a try, and why? I'm getting sick of that whole Gangnam style rubbish, eh?
Well, Horry's not. Andrew Hall. Probably people wouldn't think, but he's actually a big Gangnam style popper.
Lucky last, from Harry Sutherland of Millwall. If you could have anyone come into the changing room prior to a match for an inspirational team talk, who would it be and why?
Martin Luther King. Come in.
There we go.
Very good.
I would just like Nelson Mandela to just walk into the room, stand there, shake everyone's hand, and then just walk out.
Ed Hillary. Yeah, great Kiwi legend.
It's quite rewarding knowing that you've got fans all over the world, and especially here in Europe, that care so much about the jersey and ask us the questions that Air New Zealand has put out. So thank you very much.
We've got to run to training now. Thank you very much.
Thank you.